Okay, welcome back to the channel, Hobby1 Kenobi. Today we're going to take a look at the TAMIYA M561 Gama Goat. This is a really interesting kit. A strange subject, a vehicle I had not known about until I actually saw this, saw the box art. And for these videos, we're just going to jump right ahead into really the paint job and the weathering process for this vehicle. So for this build, I decided to go with the Murdic Winter Verdant scheme, which basically consists of a brown, very little black, very little sort of off-white sandish color, and a base color of this sort of forest green. I spent quite a while mixing Tamiya colors just to get just the right shade of colors that I saw in my references. And I think I got pretty close, so I'm pretty happy with how it worked out. And here's a picture of the vehicle in its full scheme. You can see here I've just got the brown and the green on. And for the light sand and the black colors, I decided to go ahead and brush paint those on. Now you can see here a picture with many of the details, the dials, the decals already applied to the vehicle. And I went ahead here in this photo and have already sprayed the gloss coat over the entire vehicle. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start working with a oil wash. And for this I like to use my Winsor Newton burnt umber mixed with a little bit of black. And I'm just adding the colors, and I'll mix them together, and then I'll add quite a bit of thinner, and that'll allow the it'll allow the wash, the paint to run through all of the crevices and all of the corners and create the sense that we have shadows. Okay, so now I'm adding the oil wash to all of the vehicle, starting with the underside first. I like to start with the underside just so I get a real good sense of how the color is going to blend with the base colors, and kind of figure out exactly what consistency I need with oils and the ratio with thinner. I really want to just kind of slap it on, just apply it all over the surfaces of the vehicle. 95% of this is going to be removed when it's dried, and just that which is in the tightest of corners and spots will be left behind. And that's what we want, because those tight spots should have the effect of shadow. And it's the kind of shadow that we don't really get when something is small. It's the kind of shadow we get when something is full size. So this is why we do oil washes. Okay, now that the oil has dried, I will go over it with a Q-tip or a fairly strong but fluffy brush. And this will allow a couple of things to happen. It'll remove the oil from the flat surfaces. And as you can see here, I'm sort of just wafting it over the surface, dragging it a bit, making some decisions. And I will also leave some of it, because aside from just capturing shadows, as you can see here on the back bulkhead behind the seat, where the seats will go, you can see it looks a little bit dirty, and that dirty effect will simply add to the weathering as well. So you just kind of eye it, you just kind of take your time, look at it from different angles, and kind of take note. Am I using this for shadow, or am I also using it for just straight up weathering? And again, the gloss surface is necessary so that much of it lifts off. Much of it will stay because it is dry, and I do like to speed up the drying time. Normally this might be something that I would leave overnight, but if I need it to dry a little bit quicker, I'm going to use the heat gun as shown here. The heat gun cuts the drying time from overnight to a matter of minutes. This is a fairly strong heat gun, so as you can see, I'm putting my hand in front of it just to make sure that the vehicle is not getting too hot. I'm able to sort of test how warm the model is. Of course, I don't want it to be too warm, because then the plastic itself could melt. In order for me to tell that it's dry, I just need to see if it's glossy. once the oil goes to a matte sheen, I can feel pretty confident that it is actually dry. That's it for this build. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit subscribe and hit that bell for future notifications of future videos. Thanks so much for watching.